Greetings YouTube, DJ Bonebreaker coming at you from Jamaica Plain for yet another Fallout 4 settlement build video. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So yeah, as you can see, this is an expanded version of the build area of Jamaica Plain. It's not the actual Jamaica Plain expanded settlement mod, but rather the version that comes with the Commonwealth Responders mod. As such, it has some different quirks than the actual settlement expanded mod. Like about half the area in the expanded zone is basically I mean, you can build in it, but you can't scrap or do anything with pre-existing structures or junk, even with scrap everything, because it's all part of hard pre-combines. But anyways, I'm going to take you guys around the perimeter first and then go into the actual settlement. So yeah, as you can see, got a nice big sign here with one of our manned watchtowers. And essentially I'm having Jamaica Plain as being kind of like the temporary or provisional capital of the new Commonwealth provisional government. So it's basically, like the sign says, accorded neutral territory for all three of these main surviving factions. But yeah, there's our guard. And the settlement boundary essentially cuts across here and then follows the far side of this road here. I fixed up the bus stop nice and replaced the broken street light. Got another guard post here because right across this pool of water here is the raider camp of Hyde Park. So we definitely keep an eye on them raiders. And there's one of our provisioners, Pack Brahmins. Yeah, I got a provisioner comes in this way from Vault 88. Another provisioner that comes in from that direction, which is where Fairline Hills settlement's located at. And then I have another settler that comes that way from, or goes that way to the castle from here. So Jamaica Plain's a bit of a minor trade hub. Of course, got our Minutemen flag here. Let them raiders know who's boss.
Keep an eye on the window. Perfect.
But I was able to, thanks to the expanded build area, completely repair this broken house that was here. So I got guard dog here. This porch, I replaced the wooden porch with this concrete deck for the base of the porch. And then, you know, got like better stairs and stuff. I had to raise the house up from where it was originally, so that we didn't have ground coming up through the porch here. But yeah, inside we've got a nice little living room area, kitchen that's fully stocked thanks to OC Decorator, and upstairs is the bedroom with their beds and personal items on the dressers and a nice little bathroom. Now basically, once you get past this point, like right here, there's a, like, you know, if I was to toggle the cell boundaries on, yeah, anything past this yellow line here you can't scrap or do anything with, because it's all part of hard pre-combines. And then anything that's north of that rebuilt like apartment building over there can't be scrapped either. So what I did with these unscrappable, disableable buildings is I just slapped a bunch of, like, you know, warning signs on them, like, you know, there's still, this part of this settlement's still under construction. Not that the guerrillas, you know, paying attention to the signs. Kind of the same with this, you know, church here. And if you look inside the church, you can kind of see where that boundary line is, because I was able to clean up some of the junk in the entrance here, but the rest of it I couldn't do anything with. Of course, we got our parking lot here, only this time, due to the fact that I have a lot more space to build with, it's basically being used as like a Bunker Hill trade caravan stop and my robotics workshop. And I guess I could, you know, might as well just go hit it up since it's right here. But yeah, right here is the armor and clothing shop, which was that boarded up house there. Unfortunately, it's a single unit, so I just scrapped the whole thing and just rebuilt it as this nice kind of upscale store here. Armor shop guy's wearing one of the Talon Company Merc armor sets that I looted from when I went and did the Capital Wasteland Mercenaries Creation Club. And this is where we've got our armor workbench, of course.
Hope you ain't here for me.
And then upstairs we've got our first apartment here, which is pretty luxurious because you got a separate like kitchen living room area right here with nice bathroom with a really nice shower. And then over here is a separate bedroom. Adam Cat's radio. And continuing on up further upstairs, we've got the apartment in the mansard roof area. It's laid out a bit differently due to some of the limitations of this layout because they only had this one piece of wall and none of it without any doors that, you know, matches the profile of the mansard roof. So I had to make the bathroom a bit bigger, so it's now bathroom and laundry room combined. And the bedroom's also slightly, no, actually the bedroom's about the same size as it was for the apartment on the floor below. The living room kitchen area is a little bit smaller though. And I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm having a bit of struggle breathing or yawning a lot, but pollen count's been through the roof the past couple of days here, and my allergies have been kicking my butt. So I've been having a rough time a bit. Yeah, one of the few things I was able to, well, actually two of the few things I was able to modify in this area is this like statue that all those left of the where the legs are placed with the Minutemen statue here, and then of course added the lighting for it, like what I did with the one in the Point Lookout base settlement. And for some reason the graves weren't part of the pre-combines in this area, so I completely refurbished the graveyard, even added a couple extra graves, well 6 extra to be exact. One for every one of the treasure hunters that you find dead here when you first, you know, clear out the settlement. And this house wasn't scrappable, you know, the boarded up house here, but it was disableable. And they have the exact same exterior model mesh as some of the Covenant houses, so I replaced it with one of the Covenant houses from the Homemaker Settlements Expanded mod, which I actually updated while I was building this thing. So I had some new settlement objects I could use, and they made a number of improvements to other aspects of the mod, which is definitely a welcome change. But yeah, like I said, I just got the exact positions of the original house and replaced it with this Covenant house here from Homemaker. So yeah, and unlike the Covenant houses, this one actually has a bathroom in it. I made sure to add one of those. But yeah, it's a single person house, but they have, you know, all the amenities, including, you know, their laundry area, bed, little desk here, and living room, and, you know, refrigerator and stuff. And if you're wondering why I added all these curtains to the sunroom, if you were to look in from the outside, all the furniture and other interior decorations in here would glitch in and out, and that just bugged the heck out of me every time I walked past. So I put the curtains in, and you can't really see it anymore, so you know, out of sight, out of mind. And there's our provisioner from Vault 88. You can tell he's from Vault 88 because, like all the Vault 88 settlers, he's got the Minutemen combat armor over Vault 88 jumpsuit. But thanks to the having the expanded area, I was able to, granted I had to raise this whole foundation to get above the big unscrappable rubble pile that was in it, but I was actually able to salvage as much of this building as was intact originally. So basically this whole section here and this doorway and the floor and the foundations are all original, but this is the Jamaica Plain power plant. Got 2 fusion generators in it. I think I only really need 1, but this is for future expansion purposes. And of course I got the settlement management terminal in here as well. But it's a power plant, so you know, nothing too fancy. But I did make like a nice sign for it and everything. And then up this way is the eastern entrance. Got a bunch of turret towers along here, along with another guard post, and there should have a guard in it. Yep, there's a guard. It's facing the wrong direction for some reason. They do that sometimes. But if you're wondering why I have so many guard posts along this particular line here, including that one there, is one of the 2 settlement attack spawn points for Jamaica Plain is right here along this road here, and there's also a random raider or 2 that always seem to spawn like down by that telephone pole there. And this also kind of marks, like, you know, the northeastern corner of the settlement boundaries from the expanded. But yeah, like I said, pretty much everything that's north of, basically right where the bottom of back of this pickup truck is. Well, actually it's like right here, because this pile of wood isn't scrappable. There's a stump that was where this tree is now that was scrappable. So basically like right here. Yeah, this yellow line marks the boundary of scrappable objects. But like I said, if I try to select this truck and yeah, see how it gives that pick non-ref AV object? That means it's part of a pre-combine and it can't be scrapped or disabled. This house could be disabled, but due to the fact that this retaining wall actually goes in about here, and if you stood right where this sunroom is, after you disable it, it like has this real bad graphical glitch where like all the terrain and everything would like disappear and reappear and stuff. So I just decided to leave this boarded up and put signs on it. Ditto for these houses here. This one here, though, I added some scaffolding to it to make it look like, you know, they got some construction crews are doing some work on it, and everything's part of, like, you know, rebuilding it and all that. And then I added this this mega loader from Homemaker Settlements Expanded mod. So yeah, I got, like, you know, construction equipment because this part of the settlement's still kind of under construction, as it were. And I added these 2 machine gun towers over here to kind of help mark the settlement boundary and also raise the overall settlement defense rating. It's like 650 or so, give or take. And this big water tower here provides 20 water, and it's from the Capital Wasteland objects section of the Virtual Settlements Workshop Creation Club. But yeah, unfortunately I couldn't do much with this part of the settlement other than add a few things. I really wish I could have done something with the diner. It's really frustrating because like all the standing bar stools I could actually store in the workshop, and I end up reusing them later in the actual bar that I built. But the ones that are falling over for some reason are considered to be part of the pre-combine. I couldn't do anything with them. And like I said, I was thinking about possibly using the diner as is, but it just, you know, it wouldn't pass any health inspection. Let me just put it that way. Excuse me, guys. But I did put this, like, laser turret tower covering this entrance. And this is the direction that my provisioner from Fairline Hills comes down. Because they'll come through this section area there where all the super mutants are. Then come through here and then follow the road past the town hall and to the workshop building. And again, we've got another guard post right here that is manned by one of our guards right here.
If you work, you eat. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, so you've got more signs up and scaffolding. I was able to, because again the boundary line is like right along here, and it considered this frame, this like house kit frame, to be like sorry about that. It considered to be outside the pre-combined area, so I partially rebuilt this house. So this house is kind of like, oh, that is weird. Anyways, so yeah, as you can see, it's partially rebuilt, but unfortunately everything, like these piles of junk from like here over, were completely unscrappable and unable to be disabled or anything. So yeah, this house isn't ready for people to move in yet, but it's been partially rebuilt. And yeah, I added the crane here as part of the whole, that whole thing. Had a Brahmin show up randomly one day, so I put the Brahmin feeding trough, wow, right here next to the town hall. And yeah, so that takes you, is basically the perimeter area. So let's see where to start. Okay, yeah, I think I'm going to start with the town hall, even though it's the last building in the settlement to be completed. So I completely repaired / replaced the street lighting.
It looks peaceful now.
Fixed up
But you never
these
know what's around the next corner.
newsstand, mailbox, and these trash cans, so they're all sitting upright. Sorry about that. Like I said, I'm struggling to breathe this evening because of allergies. But I decided to leave the original damaged statue here, kind of like a memorial thing, but then added these cannons, which I think are in the vanilla miscellaneous decorations tab, but don't quote me on that. And then I added the flags from the 4 factions that are represented by the new Commonwealth Provisional Government, because you got the Railroad, the Minutemen, the Commonwealth branch of the Responders, and the Brotherhood of Steel. And I completely fixed this building up. I'm really happy with, and it took me forever to figure out how to get this roof to look right, but I'm really pleased with how it turned out. I think it looks more like a proper like town hall or, you know, government building now, that I added like these decorative columns here, and you know, this fancier roof and everything, and even added these signs and the, you know, this fancy like Minutemen Eagle here. Yeah, this is our Minutemen guard slash receptionist, who rotates between this desk down here and there's another security desk at the Minutemen barracks upstairs. And guess we'll start over here. I left as much of this stuff in place as I could. Probably should have replaced that broken painting, but I figure this is more like a storage room and basement access, so I got a bunch of storage stuff here. Redid the stairs going in the basement, fixed up the broken floor, and got rid of the pool of water that was here. Got some adequate lighting down here now. And then here is the mayor's office, which has been completely refurbished. And all the furniture has been, you know, fixed up and refurbished and everything. Got some nice, you know, patriotic paintings, new Commonwealth flag on the wall. Got this filing cabinet here because if you scrap all the junk in the room, there's a gap in this cable between here and where it comes down from the wall. So put this filing cabinet here to hide that. And also because, you know, mayor's office would have plenty of filing cabinets. This is the original desk in the original terminal. I slightly adjusted the position of the desk under the terminal. Added telephone. Replaced the broken desk light with one that actually works from the Homemaker Settlements Expanded mod. Replaced the... Actually, no, I think this might be the original chair. Just use console commands to place it here. Replaced the... Or I should say, refurbished the old pre-war flag here. And got it sitting up nice. And then added a Minutemen flag over here. Fixed up this display case. Still got some picture frame in it, but added another picture frame and a few other objects to it, courtesy of OC Decorator. And then this shelf here has also got a bunch of stuff added, courtesy of OC Decorator. And again, some more filing cabinets. And this is the 2076 World Series baseball bat from the time capsule in the basement. I figured that this would be a perfect place to display it here in the mayor's office. And then I use this otherwise unused space to give the mayor their own like office, their own like, you know, private bathroom. And of course I had to have the sorry about that. Add the Treasures of Jamaica Plain poster here to the wall. Yeah, I've got a little barber shop inside the entryway. Yeah, this is all the furniture here is basically original, so is this painting, but I added some nice flower vases to it via OC Decorator. Added a few more paintings.
People used to live in every
I
one of
actually...
these houses. Families.
Thanks for the info, Preston. Sorry about that. But I actually redid the stairwell because this was originally the stairwell, but I moved the bathroom, the public restrooms over to here and put the stairwell here, and I'll show you why I did that in a minute. But this room here that was just like some office space is now the Jamaica Plains Clinic, and we've got our responder medic here with, you know, various equipment, and our chemistry station right here. And then if you go upstairs, and the reason why before I continue on, the reason why I put the stairwell there is this way I could have like a stairway all the way up to the 3rd floor, which I had to mostly rebuild. There's like 1 or 2 pieces of wall up here that are actually original. But yeah, this way I was able to have a stairway that went the whole way up and took up less space. But so yeah, so this side here, which is, I pretty much had to rebuild from scratch, is the Minutemen barracks at Jamaica Plain. Of course, got plenty of patriotic stuff, laundry area, and the Minutemen like security office up here, which this was pretty much the only original room here. I think one of these filing cabinets might be original. But I got 6, you know, bunks in here with all their individual lockers. Bit of a little table area for them with, you know, some drinks and stuff. And the bathroom is basically the same as the bathroom in all the other barracks that I've had in my past couple of builds. And then across the hall, I took this like equipment room, fixed up the equipment as best I could. I actually ended up replacing the console here with one from the homemaker that was almost identical to it. That didn't have a bunch of busted out panels. But yeah, this like our Minutemen commander here rotates between these this desk and these 2 guard mats. So this is basically like the situation room for the Jamaica Plains Town Hall. Got our, you know, security monitors from monitoring situation across the Commonwealth. Filing cabinets for various, like, you know, classified information. Additional like ammo storage, and then like a map table here with additional security camera feeds, and of course our like big computer console and everything. And they've got their own bathroom up here as well. And, excuse me. And then upstairs is the mayor's private quarters and roof access. And on top of the roof, we've got 2 of the 4 Minutemen artillery pieces at the Jamaica Plain settlement.
As honest work gets.
One of the other artillery emplacements is up on the roof of the workshop building, and the other one's on top of that store there. So this settlement has the 2nd highest number of artillery pieces at any settlement aside from the castle. And you can see our provisioners going back and forth from up here. But yeah, inside, you know, you got the mayor's like quarters, got a little kitchen area here, living room, living area at the base of their bed, and their own private bathroom. So yeah, that's the town hall. And like I said, this was this building took the longest of all the buildings to make. Right across the street from the town hall, we've got the restaurant. Yeah, this was originally a boarded up building, but I could disable it with console commands, and I replaced it with approximately similar footprint building. And decided to make it the bar. You also fixed up most of the sidewalks in around here, so there's no like gaping holes and stuff. But yeah, I've got our soda machine operator here and our barkeep here. Got plenty of seating at the bar, and as I said, these stools came from the ruined diner, so we're able to salvage and reuse them. Yeah, so, and this settlement's big because it's got 24 population, which makes it on par as and tied with Vault 81 as the largest settlement by population in the game, in this playthrough so far. And they've got public restroom right here, and then behind the this is the cooking station for this settlement.
Biggest town I ever saw.
But behind the bar, we have access to the 2 upstairs apartments. So I've got this apartment here. It's got a little kitchenette area, living with the, you know, little like living area right next to it, and their bedroom area right here.
This soda's better than Nuka-Cola.
Laundry
You'll see.
area right here outside the 2 in the hallway. Apartment number 2 is on the corner. Got a lovely view from their dining, you know, their kitchen table. Bed over here, and the kitchen area right here with the little living room spot over here. And then these 2 apartments share this upstairs bathroom. So that's this this structure right here. Yeah, this one was also a bit of a pain in the butt, and I actually had to
All the soda you can drink.
wasn't able to use this like half room worth of space here because all big pile of rubble coming up through the floor. But I was able to get it to fit nice and tight with the power plant here and everything, so I'm pleased with how it turned out. Got one of our 2 farming areas right here, and this is a single farmer can take care of this, but this provides 6 food. And over here, this store, I kept as much, again, original as I could, and or replaced stuff as much with original parts as I could. But this is the general merchant store that has 2 apartments above it, because the original structure was 3 stories. I also added some, you know, decorative columns and stuff to make it nice and fancy. And yeah, I fixed up the dumpsters out back here, and even, like, you know, it's all like nice and fixed up now. But yeah, let's go inside real quick. But yeah, I just slid a tier 3 junk merchant mat under the counter here, so I was able to reuse the original cash register and counter. Added this bell here. And
You know what I call a good day? One that ends without an empty stomach.
yeah, got our junk merchant. I think I had to scrap the original noose rack here, but I replaced it with the virtually identical one from the vanilla decorations thing, and put a bunch of my, you know, skill magazines that I found in it. Replaced the original bulletin board with all the wore out posters with this community notice board. Added some additional signs and posters. This painting was original though. Still got the original Protectron thing over here. One of the 2 Protectrons was destroyed because I activated when I was clearing out the town. And so the other one returned to his charger, and he's on standby in case we need him. But this settlement here, and this exact part of the settlement, is what motivated me to finally get OC Decorator, because
Crop's been growing.
this shelf was originally here, and this is not the original shelf, but it's the exact, because the original shelf was like kind of half the shelves are broken off of it, so slid in this one from the again, the vanilla shelf furniture section to replace it. So yeah, so essentially I tried to keep the stuff kind of like organized. So this is like general hardware and supplies, and this is like our chemical section here, and this is kind of like household goods right here. And over here we've got all of our funky electronic stuff, including all these things the Brotherhood of Steel keeps sending me out to fetch for some reason. And I got some additional storage crates and stuff under the stairs. These paintings here were original, but I added some additional posters. These aren't the original lights, but I replaced the broken lights with ones that were identical to it from the Homemaker Settlements Expanded mod. And then I decided to use this bump out area, because you know how the building kind of like has this bump out section, as a stairwell. I originally would have preferred to have just the bump out be the stairwell, but the Protectron chargers were in the way, so I just went with this, you know, style of stairwell. So yeah, up here is the first apartment. I took advantage of the bump out to put the bathroom in it to take up less floor space to the main apartment area itself. But yeah, they've got a little laundry area next to the bathroom. Kitchen area right here. Well, kitchenette more like it, because we don't have like stove or anything up here. And got little living room area and 2 beds right here. And of course, you know, got some paintings and flags and stuff on the wall. Yeah, these walls here, as you can tell, because they got the kind of dinged up plaster, are part of the original structure. And then up here on the 3rd floor, we've got the other apartment for 2 people. Again, got fairly similar bathroom, bedroom area, the living room and kitchen and all that. Of course, different decor. And then I have like this cupola on the roof that extends the stairway up to here for roof access, because this is where, like I said, one of our 4 Minutemen artillery platforms is. Got to put your artillery on the high ground, right?
But it's something.
So yeah, it's one of 3 structures in town that has roof access. And yeah, head back along here to the last 2 structures, which ironically are the only 2 structures you can actually have access to in the vanilla version of Settlement. Much like last time, I've just fixed up this house here using the house kit frames from the Snappy House Kit, because they're essentially identical to the vanilla pieces, except that the glass isn't busted out in the windows and stuff. Everything else, like the porch, the stairs, this wall here, and this wall upstairs are all, and the floor and ceiling are all original. But yeah, I've refurbished the furnishings downstairs, well, some of them anyways. Got this shelf here. This is the original TV and couch that were here, by the way. I just moved them to a different location. So yeah, I've got kind of like the living room area here, the full kitchen over here, and a little like kitchen table right here. And then upstairs, got the bedroom. Replaced the broken bed with this nice pre-war bed from Homemaker Settlements Expanded. Got your dressers. Even though when they updated the Homemaker Settlements Expanded, the bed now only provides 1 bed instead of 2. But I don't feel like changing it. I did fix the broken ceiling fans, you know, with the vanilla ceiling fan lights. So got that, and then I put this bathroom in right here, because if you remember the original version of the build, I hadn't gotten my settlement building game up like it is now, so I just had like a stall and like a shower tucked in the corner here out of the way. But no, now they actually have a proper bathroom up here. And this structure right here, again, I rebuilt it a similar way to the last time on the outside, but internally it's a bit different, and I'll show you that here in a second. After, of course, right here is the main farm area. We've got some punga fruit, razor grain, carrots, mute fruit, potatoes, and corn. And I replaced the furled up pre-war flag that was originally here with this waving one. And I put 2 regular water purifiers in the swamp behind the town hall, because no enemies attack from this side. Otherwise, I put like some industrial water purifiers in the pond that, you know, is next to Hyde Park. But there's a couple, in addition to Hyde Park, there's an enemy spawn point along that road there. So, like I said, there's a good chance they get knocked out of commission when enemies attack. But yeah, so. And also, I fixed up the side, in addition to fixing up the sidewalk here, and along here as well, I put in this like nice little hedge here, along, you know, some bushes alongside here in the dirt, make it look a bit prettier. got our other guard dog right here, of course, much like last time. Unlike last time, though, I did add some plants and trees to this retaining wall garden area. But yeah, this time around, instead of this just being like just a barracks building for the Minutemen, this is now the weapons store on the ground floor. It's also a railroad safe house, which is why I have the railroad sign there. Not actually, but you know, I'm just saying it is for roleplay purposes. But yeah, here we've got our weapon merchant, also wearing some looted Talon Company merc armor that I've brought back from the Capital Wasteland. But yeah, we've got a ton of weapons here for sale, including some, you know, rare and unique ones. All the Institute ones came from having to defend that checkpoint that's to the east of the town from synth attacks. So got a good variety of weapons in here. Got a bunch of ammo. And again, thanks to OC Decorator, got some fusion cores sitting on top of the ammo crate and some mini dukes. And of course the workshop's here. And I think this power armor station was also here originally. And of course additional weapons on display in here. And of course, weapon shop has to have weapons workbench so you can tinker with your weapons after you buy them. And then I again redid the stairs so they take up less space than the original stairwells I had before. So I was actually able to get a bigger apartment area in. But yeah, these apartments have room for 2 people. This one would have been originally the Minutemen barracks room that had like the majority of the housing for the settlement in the previous build. Got a little kitchenette area here with like this living room couch like attached to the Nuka-Cola booth here. Yeah, this is kind of like Nuka-Cola fans. And they got their bathroom right here. And one thing that I did differently is I put these balconies here from the Snappy House kit onto the front of the building with this greenhouse, Barn Edition's greenhouse door. So that way, you know, even with the door closed, you still have plenty of light getting in during the day. Got a little laundry area outside here at the landing. And then upstairs, we've got the other apartment, similar layout to the one downstairs. Again, got a little kitchenette area with coffee maker and toaster. And the bathroom over here. And the balcony out here. And then again, like the store, the general store building. This building has a couple along the park, you know, that kind of would make logical sense to have like basically a stair tower for roof access. And this is our 4th Minutemen artillery piece. And apparently our Minutemen guard is glitched onto the roof of the other house over there. But yeah, that's the Jamaica Plain settlement build in its entirety. I hope y'all like it, and until next time, this is DJ Bonebreaker signing off.